Welcome to the Little League Baseball Regionals on ESPN. We're at Houghton Stadium in San Bernardino, California. Mountain Region Game 3. Billings Big Sky Little Leaguers from Montana against the Lone Peak Little Leaguers from Alpine, Utah. The Mountain Region at a glance. 6 innings is regulation. Continuous batting order important. Everybody must hit in the lineup for these teams as we point towards Williamsport, Pennsylvania. Let's take a look at the Mountain Region map. 5 teams, 5 states represented here as we zoom in on the Mountain Region, and we will crown a champion at the end of the week. Trey Bender alongside longtime Major League reliever David Aardsma. We're excited for this one.
Absolutely. Montana's first time being here in 15 years. First time playing in the regional, getting their feet on this dirt for the first time as well. And Utah, though, already beating Colorado 5-4 yesterday. Tough game, kind of went through it, ups and downs, but they got that win, so they're a little bit more comfortable today.
How about the Billings kids? Big Sky Little Leaguers' first title in 15 years, and they are a unit that is good 1 through 12 in the order, but they're facing a good right-hander in Conrad Mergenthal, who had a gem in the state championship.
Absolutely. Pain is temporary, glory is forever. The famous flu game, kept telling himself that in the dugout, got through it. This kid knows how to pitch in tough situations, has been through it physically, mentally, and he's on the mound today.
They used 4 different pitchers yesterday in their victory to get to this stage, and they have the advantage of having played a game. We'll see how that plays out here. A very seasoned bunch. In fact, they say the most experienced Little League team they've ever had there in Alpine, Utah.
Yes, up and down this lineup, they know what they're doing. They've been together forever. In the state tournament, they hit 13 home runs from 9 different players, so everybody contributes. We talked about the bottom of the lineup, but it was the top of the lineup yesterday that really came through, and Whitkey and Condor and those guys came through with a lot of hits, a lot of runs. They scored 4 of their 5 runs.
That was a win over Cold Creek Little League from Lafayette, Colorado. Montana, their first taste of San Bernardino, and for this Little League program, first in 15 years. Jackson Podol leading things off, the second baseman for the Billings kids. Trevor Hoffman played minor league ball in the Billings area, the Magic City, the largest city in the state of Montana. That's driven to center off the bat of Podol, but Jens is there to make the play, 1 down. Hard hit ball there. How about the Utah uniforms there? Look like the old Phillies of the Mike Schmidt era, maybe.
I love it. It's a good look. I think both teams have great looks, but that baby blue, kind of soft blue with the red, it's a beautiful little uniform.
McLean Braun, the shortstop, now at the dish. This is an athletic group. They won their championship game 7-3. Boulder Arrowhead Little League had been the team that year in and year out was the favorite, and it was really big for them to win the state championship. Braun grounds out 4-3 on that put out, 2 down.
They're not afraid to swing the bat, that's for sure, coming out both hitters out of the gate swinging, so look for that all day.
See Cam Litke there. He pitched well yesterday. Did a good job with the bat as well. And effective with the glove here at the outset as Finn Fayborg stands in there, the center fielder.
His dream is to be an F1 driver. I like that.
Wow.
I want to be an F1 driver.
I don't know if I do. I'd be a little bit terrified out there.
I'm driving down here in California, going about 85 on the way, and people are passing me. I feel like an F1 driver.
Yeah, what, the 405 to the 105 to the 710 to the 210, all those kind of things, the interchanges. Here's the 1-1. That's driven to left. Peterson backing up. He's under it and makes the play. A quick 1-2-3 inning as Mergenthal does his job on just 7 pitches. Half an inning complete here in San Bernardino. Pennsylvania. Scoreless as we head to the bottom of the first inning. For this Utah bunch, the Lone Peak Little Leaguers from Alpine. One team, one community, one dream, and they are an experienced bunch. An area where Dale Murphy calls home. And Litke, a guy that really is one of the leaders for the squad.
Litke came through big time, one with the bat, couple hits yesterday, 2 runs, but really on the pitching side came in the very first inning to relieve the starter, Dax Johnson, and just did an incredible job. 2 1/3, 6 strikeouts, 2 earned runs, 1 hit, really controlled the game and got them that win.
You're looking at lefty ace Ricky Hopkins, and they're counting on him to quiet these Utah bats.
Absolutely. One thing the coach talked about is cool, calm, and able to give them 4 to 5 innings. A good off-speed pitch, especially that breaking ball. And so he's their ace lefty, and you have to love it when you're able to get your ace lefty on the mound. And that's not a bad player to like to be an ace. Jacob Mizorowski, the Miz. So hopefully gets a little Miz action today. Yeah. It goes about 8 or 9 innings.
He can throw some gas. Ricky's dream to be a mechanical engineer, also plays chess, and not only collects baseball cards like a lot of kids, he collects antlers as well.
Of course.
They're in Big Sky Country.
Why wouldn't you?
Fantastic. Just getting underway here. Following this one, we'll call West Region play from Houghton Stadium, Northern California and Southern California, as Crew Litke leads things off. Our home plate umpire, Domain Forte, Mike DeBellick, Kathleen Dippert, and Greg Anderman around the infield, all volunteer umps. Litke, a gamer. I mean, he's got all the tools, it appears.
Yes, able to play defense very well. Obviously, we talked about the pitching, and he was the table setter for this offense.
Mike Robertson, the manager, he's the first base coach. Mac Nelson, third base coach. D.G. Nelson on the staff, longtime head coach at Salt Lake Community College. He's their small ball coach. They can not only rake, they can play the small ball game. And that's behind the hit. I think that hit Litke, it did, he's on.
Litke probably very happy that just grazed him and didn't get him square. That's going to hurt.
So Ricky Hopkins will now be facing Ryder Condor, one of the extra hitters in this continuous batting order.
One thing to pay attention to with this Utah team, they have the power, but they also talked about they can play small ball. And so when you see the third baseman as far back as he is, look out, look out. They might drop a bunt down here and there.
Condor unique, he's a switch hitter. We saw him hit left-handed yesterday, now on the right side of the plate. To be able to learn that trick of the trade at that age, pretty impressive.
You have to be an athlete. You know, that's really what it is. You have to, you know, somebody who can do that and do it well as an athlete. And, you know, we've seen him be up there with everybody as far as athlete we've seen in this tournament so far.
He says he's worked really hard on being a left-handed hitter, naturally right-handed. 1-2 pitch is outside. That's a wild pitch. That gets away, and Litke's going to move up to second base.
Ryder came in yesterday and got the save, throwing really good fastballs too. So switch hitter, closing out ball games, he can do everything.
Here's the 2-2 from the southpaw, and that hits Condor. So he has hit Litke and Condor to open things up here.
And this is one of those moments where Montana, this is a little bit different. You know, we saw Utah at the beginning of the game yesterday have a little command issues, getting probably comfortable in this situation. Now we're seeing it from Montana. That's where Utah has that advantage. How are they going through the jitters and the nerves? And now Montana's kind of facing that.
And that'll bring up Bubba Wilkes, who is a natural leader, one of their home run hitters. Big swing and a miss. Wilkes, one of 6 kids. He's a busy kid. Hoops, football quarterback, and a slugger.
Made some great plays in the field yesterday, too. A a swinging bunt, or I believe it was a bunt down the third baseline, picked it up, an incredible throw to first, a little late, but he even ran into his pitcher on the throw and was able to complete the throw.
Took something off that one. That is in foul ground, playable, and coming in to make the play is Acker. That ball tailed towards the stands and came back. One down.
Incredible job by Acker. This is really good defense here. Found the wall, sat on the wall, and then came off the wall to make the play. A lot of kids would have traveled and then got nervous about the wall. He ran to it, felt the wall, came back and caught that ball. That is not an easy play.
Good play by Von Acker to get that first out. Here's Steven Mateo now, the cleanup hitter, the third baseman. Drives it to center. That's hit hard. Litke will hold at third, and the bases are loaded. First hit of the game for Utah, and that was a solid liner to center.
Yeah, solid, I think, is a very light term to use for it. That ball was hit on a line. It was almost hit so hard the runner got out at second base, having to hold up for just a second, made it a close play. Man, he got all of that.
This team from Utah scored 2 in the first inning yesterday, and that win over Colorado, trying to get on the board here first against Montana. Dax Johnson hit hard towards the first baseman. They come home for the force play. Back to first, not in time. Heads up play, Acker to Erickson to get the lead runner there. 2 down.
Acker, again, a great play. Even being able to catch that ball, thinking to see home. So watch this play right off the bat. Good job even stopping it from basically his knees while standing up, made the throw, and then came back and almost got the out at first. What a stud.
So the infield helping out Ricky Hopkins. And that brings up D.G. Nelson, one of the extra hitters. First pitch, liner into center base hit. That'll score 1 run. They're going to hold up the runner at third, and back in there safely is Mateo Jr. 1-0 Utah, RBI for Nelson.
Again, this lining these balls right up the middle. They're seeing it right now. Both teams swinging the bat well, and not afraid to swing the bat. I mean, Utah's making a little bit more contact.
Condor scoring that first run, and the bases loaded with 2 down for Mick Ingersoll, the shortstop. Fundamentally sound player. You can say that about a lot of these kids on the team from Alpine, Utah. How about this? They put the ball in play in the first pitch, last 3 hitters. They're aggressive early in the count.
Yes, they're not afraid to swing it. I guess, that's the thing, is when you have a nice flow of a lineup and you have a deep lineup, if you're seeing the ball, swing the bat. There's no reason to take it if you're seeing the ball.
Hopkins 1-1. Ground ball, second baseman, Podol to the bag, just in time. Podol could have flipped it to Braun, decided to take it himself, and he does it effectively. 1 run across for Utah on a couple hits here in San Bernardino. Montana, 2011, 2013 state champions, the Big Sky Little Leaguers. Their first state title in 15 years, first district title in 13 years. Brent Musburger, notable from that area. And, you know, this is a big moment for this Little League program because they had a tough journey. It wasn't just this year, the last several years to get to this point.
Absolutely, but that makes you stronger, makes you tougher. But when you have those tough roads, it makes it so much sweeter too. Now you're here, you have an opportunity. Yes, you had a little trouble in that first inning, but you got through with one run. You know, let's see how they come back. Let's see if they keep swinging the bat early like they did that first inning.
You saw Jesse LaFuse, the manager. He's also the third base coach, as Grayson Miller will lead things off against Conrad Mergenthal, and he fouls off the first one. Mitchell Braun, Christian McPherson, the assistant coaches for this Big Sky Little League bunch. G Money at the plate.
G Money.
He has 3 home runs this season, batting cleanup in the lineup today.
Goofball. You always love that.
You got to have a few of those.
You get that nickname. You need a couple of those in those dugouts.
Late swing and a miss there, 1-2.
Doesn't matter what level you're playing in. You need some goofballs to keep it light and easy. Plus, he plays everywhere, so a goofball that can play every position is a good thing. It's like Kiki Hernandez.
And chases one outside the zone and strikes out. First K for Mergenthal. He got some help from his defense in the first inning.
You see Mergenthal again, like you just said, at that first strikeout, great breaking ball away. Breaking balls out like that look like they're going to be strikes and just fall off the plate. There's really nothing to do once you start to swing.
And here's a guy with a lethal bat, according to coaches, and Brazen Erickson ducks down from that one, ball 1. Had a walk-off home run for his regular season team. Crazy Brazy. That's past the glove to third baseman Mateo and into left field. Erickson's on. It's going to be a single, first hit of the game.
For a Montana team, you have to love that. First guy on base, now you guys all get to relax, maybe not have that weight on your shoulders. Now you just kind of get comfortable, just do your game, do your thing. They've been in tough games before. There's nothing different about this.
Here's Finley LaFuse now, the coach's kid. He is an experience. We talked about the experience of Utah. How about this kid? He's pitched in the last 4 state championship games at his age level. It's been in some big moments.
Now trying to pitch in the regional championship game if they get there. That'd be a pretty good little run. And then make it the Little League World Series final.
Some stories to tell. That's outside 1-2. That'll skip away from the catcher, and Erickson's going to take second base.
One of his season highlights is hitting a home run. And I'll say this, that never ends. That ends up being a highlight your whole rest of your life. That's still one of my highlights at 12U, hitting a home run, my only home run.
Some of us who played Little League don't have those moments. Mine was like fouling off 7 pitches and drawing a bases loaded walk.
That's not bad.
I was happy with that, AB. But you remember that like it was yesterday, I'm sure, that home run.
Well, yes. My dad promised me he'd take me to Wrigley if I hit a home run.
There's a strikeout as LaFuse is set down. The second K. Boy, that's motivation. Wrigley Field, if you knock it out of the park.
Yes.
Pretty good.
That? As a growing up Cubs fan, Wrigley Field, if it hit a home run, very first pitch I saw of the season, gone. Like, there's no doubt, too. And the best part is the parents were still parking the car, never even saw it. Didn't believe me.
And we're going to have a courtesy runner here. You can do this with 2 outs in an inning for a pitcher or a catcher. So they're going to run for the catcher, Erickson, here. And it will be LaFuse that will do the honors. He's at third base.
Well, you get to have the pinch runner. It has to be the last out.
Luke Guerin, liner right at Ingersoll, who gloves it to end the inning. Hard hit ball. Tough break for Montana. Nothing across in that frame. 1-0 Utah in front.
And how did Utah get here today with a big 4-5 win against Colorado? Here's Bubba Wilkes with a big double. The power captain putting it out in the left center field, scoring 2 runs and being the centerpiece of that offense. And Crew Litke taking the mound in the first inning and just cruising along. 6 strikeouts over the day. Absolutely dominant on the mound and gave Utah the opportunity to keep scoring runs and win this ball game.
There's what they did. Each team with 7 hits. They had to rally to get it done. Pretty good team from Colorado there. And Jack Irwin was one of the stars for that team, but they've been battle tested now. They've seen a game here in San Bernardino, and that's helpful.
Absolutely very helpful. Seen the game being in a tough game. And the biggest thing is what that scoreboard doesn't show you is Colorado left so many runners on base all day, double-digit runners left on base, and Utah getting through those innings. That will help grow you. That'll help when you're facing tougher and tougher competition, more important games. That's how you end up winning, by having that experience.
And Southpaw ace Ricky Hopkins allowed just 1 run in that first inning, worked out of a jam, bases loaded jam, to keep it a 1-run game. And McLean Berry, the first baseman, will lead things off for the Lone Peak Little Leaguers. Fly ball hit to right. Miller is there towards the line to make the play. 1 down. We're in the Mountain Region in San Bernardino at Houghton Stadium. 3 region champions will be crowned here: Northwest, West, and Mountain. And the winners will head to Williamsport, Pennsylvania. Here's what has happened so far. Nevada with a run rule win. And they await a matchup on Tuesday on ESPN+. The elimination games on ESPN. And the championship, 5 Eastern, 2 Pacific on ESPN. We've seen some really good baseball, excellent pitching. I thought the defense from the infielders has really stood out to me.
Without a doubt, we're seeing plays from all around the diamond. And you know what? Utah's really been showing it. Montana's even stepped up and made some of those great plays. And you know what? They're going to be facing a tough opponent in Nevada with whoever wins and gets to that game.
Yeah, the Henderson, Nevada kids, very impressive, as Conrad Mergenthal is at the plate. He's got a hitter's count here at 2-0. Strike on the corner.
I like it. Knows what pitch he wants, and then let that one go. There's nothing you're going to be able to do with that ball except for probably ground out. So don't swing at it.
2-2. You mentioned the gem pitching through flu-like symptoms as a pitcher, but he says the best thing about Little League's dingers. You might disagree with him. You probably say pitching. He likes hitting the long ball.
Oh, my Little League days were all about hitting the long ball. There was no pitching involved.
2-2, hard hit to right. Miller backing up near the track. It's over his head and off the fence. Mergenthal on his way to second, in there with a double.
It's not a dinger, but I think he's going to be happy with that ball. He got all of it. Even the right fielder thought he had it for a second, then started trailing back, thought he had it again. But Connor Mergenthal doing it on the mound so far, and now doing it with the bat, opposite power. He likes dingers, and I understand why.
Crushed that one. And now in scoring position, bottom of the lineup, trying to create here with Knox Bennett, the catcher. Quiet leader at the plate. Short swing, you like that in a lot of situations. You'd like to get the ball in play, at least get it to the right side of the infield here. Fouls that one off.
Nice short swing, but what we saw in the at-bat yesterday in Colorado, he was up 2-0 in the account, and then he let it eat a little bit. He had a couple big swings. So I love seeing hitters that can adjust to the count, adjust their swing, and know what they need to do in different counts.
Hopkins with the 0-2. Just missed off the plate. Bennett battled back from a broken hand in the spring. That's tough.
It's a really neat story, too, because you have to play a certain number of innings, a certain number of games to be able to make these all-star teams for your league. And so he started playing left-handed, started batting with one hand.
There's a base hit to center. Hammers it back through the mound. Mergenthal will score, and it's 2-0 Utah.
Absolute competitor, like we were saying. broken hand, did everything he could do to be on the field, and you can see why you'd want him on that field, driving that ball right up the center. Hit that ball very well. I'm amazed it didn't hit the pitcher, Ricky Hopkins. You see this ball coming right up the box. It's what you want to teach hitters. Line drives right up the middle.
Mason Jens now, after that run-scoring single, the center fielder at the plate. You've been there as a pitcher. You know, you'd like to somehow get in front of that ball, but your first reaction is, I don't want to get hit by it.
Get out of the way. First reaction. You don't know what's coming out. You see a little blur.
2-0. Misses off the plate with that one. You mentioned the breaking stuff Hopkins has thrown. Behind in the count here. Misses with a fastball, 3-0.
We talked about this Utah lineup, top to bottom, especially the bottom being really big competitors, really big parts of this team. We'll see how this bottom of this lineup steps up here.
3-0 to Jens is in there. He's one of their glue guys. Also plays basketball and football. Good at hacky sack. You know, you had to be good at that, right? In the bullpen, the hacky sack thing?
I don't know if I'd say I was good, but I played it a lot.
It's inside. That's ball 4 he's on. A lot of time there as a reliever to kind of
mess
scout
around
the situation, do some other things.
But that's a big thing going around now with kids in Little League is hacky sack while you're hanging out at the ballpark. You're already warm for the game, you're ready, or you got a double header. Play a little hacky sack in the outfield, have some fun.
That's the first walk given up by Ricky Hopkins, and now the last batter in this continuous batting order, Crew Peterson. It's already their 7th at-bat with runners in scoring position today, this Utah bunch. Now, who doesn't like watching college football?
Oh, college football's great. Who do you got this year? Who's your pick?
You going FBS or FCS?
FBS. Come on.
I can't go there. It's too early. I need to research. I know what you want me to say. Here's a 2-0. Fouled off. I know what you want me to say.
Obviously,
you want to go Big Ten.
Big Ten. We're in Big Ten country now. Doesn't feel right, but we are. USC, UCLA.
Yeah, I'm trying to wrap my mind around that. Still, conference realignment. The 2-1 pitch is fouled off. If you're going to FCS, you got to go Montana, right? The Grizz. These Billings kids know about Montana State and the success they've had.
I think everybody, a college football fan now, knows about them. They're incredible. Incredible program, what they've built.
Montana State coming off a national championship. 2-2 the count to Crew Peterson. That's fouled off.
Crew Peterson, the no idle speed, all gas. It's good as a coach when you have players like that don't sit there and just kind of coast. Like they're all in on every single play.
Full throttle.
Full throttle. You love those kids on your team.
Here's a slow bouncing ball. Pitcher fields it. Hopkins throw. Not in time. It pulled, I think, the first baseman off the bag. Acker, and Peterson safe over there. Bases are loaded.
And that's how you get safe at first. You have no idle speed. You're all gas from the moment he touched that ball. I know it didn't come off the bat hard, but man, he was running out of the box.
Infield single for Peterson, so bases full, 1 down, and now they'll have a conference on the mound with Hopkins. Four straight have reached here.
Well, Fuse might be wanting to check that out as well. Yes, he's going to challenge it appears.
Really likes his team. And they will take a look at this behind home plate. A review here.
Ooh, very close play.
Like that stretch by Acker to get to the ball.
Acker showed himself on several plays here today already, going to the wall, coming off and making a good play. The line drive right at him, like one hop line drive right at him.
Now, managers are allowed 2 unsuccessful challenges in regulation. 1 if we go to extra innings. Montana challenging the call on the field, which was safe at first base. Is there enough video evidence to overturn that call?
It's going to be tough. We're going to have to see it here again. Watch the back of the glove and the foot. This might get overturned. And remember, it's 2 unsuccessful reviews. That means if they do get it right and they overturn it, then they keep that extra review and they can keep going all game with those 2 reviews. I think it gets overturned.
Domain Forte is our home plate umpire. Mike DeBalek, the first base ump, who is right on the bag there, making that call.
Remember, a lot of times from a first base umpire's perspective, it's the angle. So when you're standing behind, which is the proper place to be, it appears that ball gets in the back of the glove, and it's hard to tell when the foot and the ball gets back there. They're doing the best they can. Remember, they're volunteer umpires. They're very, very good, too, though.
Yeah, and Mike's looking at the bag because he can't see the ball because it's shielded by the glove there.
Yeah, so it's a very tough angle to tell. Even in the big leagues, when that ball hits the back of the glove versus the foot, getting bang, bang play. Here, during the game and live, I thought he was safe as well.
Yeah, well, this is a big call because if it is overturned, it's the second out. If it stands, it's bases loaded, 1 down, and a chance for a big inning for this Utah bunch. One thing about Utah, we've seen this now in 2 straight days. There's no bottom to their lineup. I mean, no one is an easy out 1 through 12.
No, we get to this bottom of the lineup, and we already seen a double, a base hit, a walk, and now this, which was originally a hit. So all 4 of these guys in the bottom would have gotten on base safely. Obviously, I think this might get overturned. We don't know. We can't hear what the umpires are saying. But this is the point as the pitching, as the defense, when you do check play out. Even if he was safe, you get the check the play out, you get an opportunity to talk to your pitcher, slow the game down a little bit. It's also chess a little bit. It's like freezing the kicker. You want that offense, which is flowing, which is going, especially and turning over to Krulitke. You want to slow them down a little bit, slow them back down to that defensive pace, and maybe have an opportunity to stop a rally.
And sometimes you get surprised by something. You might as well, if there's any doubt at all, you got to give it a shot.
Yes, and if they let this go, if he would have sat there and just took that it was a safe call, then that rally's going. It's full swing. Even if they don't overturn it, you take that opportunity just to slow them down. And you know what? If they do overturn it, then you're kind of like putting big-time brakes onto a rally, and this might be the difference maker in the game.
A run in the first, 1 more here in the second, and we're going to get the confirmation here from Domain Forte on this call at first, and it is out. So the challenge by Montana and the overturn, and that's the second out of the inning. A big one. 1-3 on the putout, and also a new pitcher.
LaFuse?
Finley LaFuse will come in for Ricky Hopkins. So he comes over from third base to pitch. They go with the right-hander here, the coach's kid, who's facing the top of the order, Krulitke.
He's the youngest kid on the team by far, by 7 to 8 months, but has the best arm on the team. Knows how to pitch very well.
Cannon arm in the field and on the mound, the book on him. Yes. Litke was hit his first time up. He gets a big opportunity here with runners at second and third. Good stop by the catcher, Erickson. Now you've got first base open. Litke, a dangerous hitter, but Conder's a good one behind him.
You definitely don't want to get to Bubba.
There's a strike as Litke thought that was ball 4. And now a late break home, and a run will score. Taking advantage of that errant throw past the pitcher. Utah extends their lead to 3-0. Bennett scores.
This is some of those tough moments at Little Leaguer. You'll put your head down, you're not happy. Catcher's not happy about the ball, about the walk, and then they throw the ball away, or thought it was a walk for a second, but you end up throwing the ball away, scoring a run. Sometimes these big moments, those little mistakes cause all the difference.
Make some changes behind LaFuse now. You've got Mateo playing in right field defensively. And there's a swing and a miss, and Licky strikes out. That will end the frame, but 2 runs across for the Lone Peak Little Leaguers. Utah leads Montana 3-0, 3rd inning coming up. The Little League Baseball Regionals continue with Little League Around the Bases, presented by Dick's Sporting Goods. Our whip-around coverage of every region hosted by Matt Schick and Mike Rooney. And that is on Saturday and Sunday, 1 to 9 Eastern, streaming live on ESPN+. Great setting here at the ballpark in San Bernardino, Houghton Stadium. I mean, the field is in immaculate shape, David Ardsma. I mean, look at this setting here.
It's absolutely beautiful. I came in yesterday, the first time seeing the field, and I was blown away by how perfect this playing surface was.
A couple weeks ago, they played the softball regionals here, and that was a completely different infield. Flat, all dirt. They built up the mound here. They put the grass in. Picture perfect. 3-0 lead for Utah. Winner will get Nevada next in Mountain Region play as Ricky Hopkins leads it off against Conrad Mergenthal.
Mergenthal right now, 20 pitches, 7 in the first, 12 in the second, being absolutely efficient.
Chopper charging the third baseman, and the throw not in time. Bubba Wilkes, but good speed down the line for Hopkins.
We've seen Bubba Wilkes come up with some great plays so far in this regional, and again right here, incredible effort by him. Coming up, making the play, and then making a solid throw. Not an easy play. You have to read that off the bat. Charge, dig it out, find the ball, and make the throw. Just that ball hung in the air a little too long.
Channing Dahlberg now. D.G. Nelson is playing left field. Mick Ingersoll is in center. And Condor now at shortstop as they make some changes defensively, and then down to second base heads Hopkins as that ball heads to the backstop.
At this age, catchers are so important, being able to be a backstop back there and just holding on to the ball. We've already seen a couple of guys take second base.
Dahlberg drives that one into the gap in right center field, all the way to the track. And holding up, slipping, heading around third is Hopkins, and he'll get back to the bag safely. Let's hope he's okay. A little bit slow getting up.
That is never a good look when you're seeing one of your star players coming back to the bag like that, feeling it in his foot. Off the bat, fly ball, but you're not sure what to do. You have to check up, you have to hold up, and you're watching the outfielder. You'd see him there, and you're seeing a very close place there, and you watch him tripping over the bag, that left foot catching just the corner of the bag. It hurts, and it's embarrassing. I'm sure his dugout will let him know a little bit once they see that replay.
Well, the good news is it's second and third, nobody out, and Von Acker at the plate, and he's hit by the pitch. Bases are loaded.
It's always a scary moment getting hit on the hands. You never want to see anybody hurt, and I'm glad he's coming up, and he looks like he's okay. Hurt me up here in the booth. Get hit in the hands with a fastball.
You know, Mergenthal was cruising right along through 2 frames and a single, double, and a hit batter, and all of a sudden, Montana has something brewing here.
Good spot here by the manager of Utah, being able to go out and just have a conversation. Again, talking about slowing the game down, letting it be at the defensive pace. You know, you have a pitcher that was absolutely cruising. You know, we're talking about 19 pitches through the first 2 innings. And now he's had three batters in a row get on base. You know, lots of strikes, 17 strikes to 8 balls, 25 total so far. So again, you're also trying to manage the game too. You have to be careful about who you throw, how much they throw, because of these days of rest rules. So if he gets to 35 pitches, he ends up having to have 1 day rest. He's in the 1 day rest period right now. If he gets over 35 pitches to 50, he has to have 2 full days rest. So you're always aware of that as a manager.
5-5 right-hander misses to Gabe McPherson, the left fielder up there in a big spot. Bases full, nobody out. 11-year-old hits a ground ball to short. Condor knocks it down, can't make a play, run scores. Montana's on the board. Hopkins comes across.
The 11-year-old comes through. That's awesome. This team is full of youth. And man, these coming up big, and I'm sure the Hopkins is enjoying getting to home and not having to trip over any bases again. But again, also great play by the shortstop there, just even stopping that ball. Again, there's no play, but being on defense and stopping that ball is a big part of it as well.
McPherson gets the RBI. Now Ty Barnes grounder to first, and that's the first baseman that can't get to the bag in time. And coming in is Dahlberg, and it's a 3-2 game. Barry knocked it down, but the speed down the line for Barnes to beat it out.
Knocks this ball down. A lot of times these balls have this really interesting spin on it. You're not sure where that ball is going, and just might have taken his eyes off it too at the very last second.
So an error on the first baseman, and now they turn the lineup over. A chance for a big inning. Bases full, nobody out. Top of the order, Jackson Podol. Popped up. What a play made by the first baseman, Barry, covering some ground to get that one.
Wow. What a play indeed, coming all the way across the diamond, making that play. I thought he was maybe the last player to be at that play, and he's done an incredible job. And you know what? I love this attitude. You kind of mess up the play before it, take your eye off the ball maybe a little bit, and then you make a play the very next ball.
Good job by Barry to get that first out. Now McLean Braun fouls off the first offering. Well, you told me as a pitcher, just don't try to make the play. Let your fielders do it. And Mergenthal did stand on that mound. He saw his teammate going after it.
Yes, it's step back, let him make that play, let your defense do their job.
We've seen some good defense from pitchers in this regional, but you also got to know when to back off. The 0-2 to Braun, and he strikes out, 2 down. Third K for Mergenthal.
Mergenthal showing a little excitement too after that play, a little pumped up. You get a little slight fist pump, but very good pitch up and away as well. In a jam and might be able to get out of it right here.
Finn Fayborg has a big opportunity though. Flied out to left his first time up. Tying run at third, go-ahead run at second. Montana battling back here in the third inning.
Vice coach Jesse LaFuse said he never gets flustered or bothered, and this is a perfect opportunity for him.
Fastball, liner foul, look out. Right past the third base coach's box. And Jesse over there. Did a little dance to sidestep that
Watch
one.
those feet.
Pitch to Fayborg. Just misses. He wears number 33 because his dad wore it and Larry Bird wore it.
Of course. That Billings, Montana, Larry Bird connection.
That's French Lick, Indiana, but yeah, I got you. Fayborg, big 5'8" frame, has a golden opportunity here against Mergenthal. Trying to put Montana in front in the third inning in this Mountain Region game. Time called. His food choice, halibut with brown butter and capers. Man, that sounds good. We're getting closer to lunch. That's outside, good stop by the catcher, Bennett.
He's also looking forward to Disneyland. I wonder if they already made the trip or...
Just down the road.
Yeah.
There are different ways to get there from San Bernardino. Time called again.
Win about 3 more ball games in a row, and you'll have no problem going to Disneyland. I think your parents will be just fine taking you over there.
Bases full, 2 down, the 2-2. Liner, just foul. That would have scored at least a couple.
I like Bubba giving the call too, showing a little that it's foul ball. It almost hit his glove and almost landed fair, making the call, correct call. Like Adrian Beltre over there, always making the call, fair foul.
That had a chance to do some damage. Here comes the 2-2 offering. Liner again, foul. He's right on it. A little bit late. 19 total pitches in innings 1 and 2, 20th coming in this inning for Mergenthal.
And he passed that 35 limit, so now we're moving for sure to 2 days rest. But again, he's a starter that goes complete games, so they want to get the most out of him.
Took something off that one and just getting a piece of it, Fayborg.
I like it too, changing speeds, changing locations.
All right, you just thrown a pitch like that. You've been there. Do you come back with the fastball now to mix it up, or you don't throw that again, do you?
I throw that again.
Would you?
I double up right now. They got the very end of the bat.
He's going fastball. Ground ball to the second baseman. And 4-3 on the putout, and that will end things. Great response from Montana. They leave the bases full, but they do score a couple runs. 3-2, Utah in front.
Welcome to Williamsport, Pennsylvania, and a slice of sports paradise. Hammered. God!
Up and out of Williamsport.
Are you kidding me? Lay out like a superhero.
Great baseball ahead. Here we go.
August 19th, it all gets started. Williamsport, Pennsylvania, and the Little League Baseball World Series. The Mountain Region, Northwest Region, and West Region champions will come out of this venue, Houghton Stadium in San Bernardino, California. We've seen a lot of really good baseball. I know you're all about pitching, being a guy that saved 69 games in MLB, David Ardsma, but I've been impressed with the defense here.
I love defense. Don't get me wrong. I love defense. I appreciate offense, but I'm a big fan of defense, and we've seen great defense so far. Even from players that made a little tough play and didn't make the play they wanted, they came right back and let it go and made the next play. You know, I love seeing a great defensive effort, and we've seen it today on this game really well.
Ryder Condor, the number 2 hitter, is going to lead things off for the Lone Peak Little Leaguers from Alpine, Utah. He looks at ball one. It was Finley LaFuse is on the mound in relief of Hopkins. Miller's now at third base. Dahlberg's in right, and Guerin playing first base defensively. Both teams have made changes on defense through the first few frames. Condor hit by a pitch and scored a run in that first.
2 for 2 yesterday. Had a great day defensively, on the mound, and hitting. See what he does 3-0 here.
And he takes ball 4. So he has reached twice, once as a right-handed hitter, once as a left-handed hitter.
He's been on base all 4 at bats so far in this regional.
Finley LaFuse, the coach's kid. Big Padres fan. His language is gibberish.
Oh, of course. I would like to hear that.
Bubba Wilkes drives that one. That's well hit to right center. It's going to be off the fence. Condor rounding third. That'll be a ground rule double. He's going to have to stay at third. A double for Wilkes. Good start for the Utah kids.
Wilkes showed off that power yesterday, hitting a double the left field gap, and now you're seeing it right there, double over the fence, ground rule double in the right center field gap.
Oh, just climbed over. I mean, that would have scored Condor easily.
He scored him and maybe even been a triple, and still looking even better today in that mock turtleneck.
You like that look?
Oh, yes.
That's the 6th ball in play on the first pitch. So again, Utah staying active early in the count as Steven Mateo swings the first one and fouls it off.
This is what you want out of your offense. You go out the inning before the top half of the third, give up 2 runs. You want your offense to be quick, efficient, and get some guys on base.
Mateo singled his first time up, ripped one to center. That mock turtleneck, there it is. Closer look at it.
Yes.
That's your look. You like that.
100 degrees out, it doesn't matter. You feel good, you feel ready.
So regardless of temperature, you're going there. It's a style thing.
Oh, man, but it makes you feel good. Feel good about yourself, a little tougher.
Here's the 2-1. It's outside.
I used to wear it so much that when I went to the Braves at the end of my career, they didn't even have it anymore. They had to go to Terry Pendleton, and I got to take one of his. He was the only one left in the organization who had a turtleneck.
That is awesome. 3-1 misses. Mateo's on, so the bases are loaded. So LaFuse in a jam here with nobody out.
Again, this is exactly what you want for Utah. Give up a couple runs, and now you got the bases loaded, no outs. You want to put up another crooked number. Again, as a pitcher, when you give up a couple runs and your offense goes out there and causes some havoc, that gives you so much more confidence. It allows you to relax and know I can give up a couple runs. I can give up a couple hits in a row, and it doesn't matter. My offense is going to pick me up.
There's a look at Finley so far. His dad, Jesse, out there with a few words on the mound. Sometimes it's just a break to kind of settle him down, right? There's nothing specific he's talking about. It's just a calming type of break.
Well, you can tell right now he's off a little bit because he's had the 2 walks, right? The leadoff walk and then to Mateo. So something's off a little bit. So you do want to lock him back in, but you're also out there to build confidence. Remind them that they're good pitchers, that this isn't the first time they've walked somebody, the first time they've had bases loaded. A lot of times you get caught in the moment and you think it's a lot bigger than what it is.
So bases full, nobody out, and Dax Johnson at the plate. Strike 1.
And that's when I'm in the dugout after a pitcher's meeting like that, I'm letting the other coaches know, like, yep, got it. Strike 1 right out of the gate, fellas. That was a good meeting.
Do you have something you want to say when you see him coming out? There's a liner foul. Something in your mind that to let them know you're confident? Is there something verbal that needs to come out?
To the other coaches?
Yeah.
I let them know right out of the gate. Like, hey, strike 1. That was a good meeting. And then it's a challenge for them to go out and get strike 1 after the pitcher's meeting. You're always playing games too as a coach with the other coaches.
Sure.
Who's able to coach better, and there's no real way to tell it besides pitcher's meetings.
0-2 to Johnson. Took something off of it, and that's a ground ball base hit to center. Condor scores. The throw into the infield. They're going to hold up the runners. Back to the bag safely is Johnson with an RBI as Utah extends their lead.
Base hit right up the middle. Dax Johnson, wonderful job of hitting. Again, 0-2 count, doesn't matter. You get that ball out and play. He did his job.
Now D.G. Nelson, who already has an RBI single. And a strike is called right there. Now, DG's dad is Mac. He was drafted by the Giants in 04. He's the third base coach. D.G. Nelson Sr., his uncle, longtime head coach at Salt Lake Community College. Oh, 2 now.
Baseball royalty in Alpine.
Yeah, those guys have seen a lot of innings, a lot of pitches. Here's the 0-2.
It's a tough take. It's a good job of hitting.
LaFuse deals. Fly ball hit down the right field line and tailing foul. Utah's out hit Montana 6-4 in this one.
LaFuse very happy that ball is going foul off the bat. Your heart kind of drops like, no, this is going to fall in. And it goes just foul. Get another chance.
1-2, fly ball to right. Dahlberg coming in, makes the catch. Tagging from third is Wilkes. And he's going to have to head back to third base. Good throw to the plate. Now they've got a run down, and they're going to tag out the runner. Second out. Johnson retired.
Huge play there by Big Sky. Fly ball to right field. The runner on third decides to hold up at the very last second, but the runner on first didn't see that the runners went back, put his head down. You, especially as the back runner, you can't put your head down. You have to have your head up. It really doesn't matter if you get to second base or not.
Now here's a wild pitch. Ingersoll trying to come in, actually getting away from the play. And coming in to score is Wilkes. And they extend their advantage. 6-2 now.
As we see the replay of that ball, gets away from the catcher, fastball straight down in the dirt. He has an opportunity, and just the second too late. Great slide by Wilkes.
So 2 runs across in this inning. And they've got a bit of a cushion now with Mick Ingersoll at the plate and a runner on third. And ball 4. So 1 in the first, 2 in the second, 2 more here in the third for Utah. And it brings up McLean Berry. And that one gets away, and it's now 6-2. Mateo scores, and Ingersoll ends up at second base.
Pass balls and wild pitches are so tough as a pitcher-catcher combination. You know, he was so close to getting out of this inning, and now 2 pass balls in a row scored those 2 runners. There's nothing you can do about that defensively. You just got to find a very good combination of pitcher and catcher and where you guys are comfortable with each other and know what the pitches are. But, man, there's really nothing you can do as a coach to stop that.
Now Muggs has a chance to drive in a run. The 2-0 pitch is a ground ball up the middle. Shortstop has it, and the throw is on the money by Braun to end the inning. 3 across, though, for Utah. They now have 6 runs on 6 hits and a 4-run lead. 4th inning coming up from Houghton Stadium. Let's take a look at our game track from San Bernardino as we move into the 4th inning. Utah getting some breathing room with a 3-run bottom half of the 3rd. Mergenthal now has a cushion, his pitch count at 40.
Pitch count at 40, again, that's something we're going to watch all day. I know they can go CG with him. He's done it before in the flu game, but he is starting to get in a groove a little bit. And again, you give up a couple runs as a pitcher, your offense goes out there, scores 3, scored 1 in the first, 2 in the second, 3 in the third. And so that allows you to be able to make mistakes, allows you to get more comfortable on the mound and be okay with giving up a hit, a double, or a walk, knowing your offense is going to pick you up.
Let's see if Montana can respond again. They put 2 runs on the board in the top half of the 3rd inning. Great Grayson Miller, their cleanup man, to lead it off. Struck out his first time up. Fouls it off. Big fan of Ohtani. And from a football standpoint, he's a Vikings fan. See that pitch count at 41. We're going to take a closer look. Keep a close eye on these pitchers as this game wears on. Lifted into shallow center field. The shortstop is there. Condor, 1 down. Pitching eligibility in Little League Baseball. And you see his pitch count at 43. Right now, he would have to observe 2 days of rest.
Yes, 2 days of rest minimum. Again, he's a guy that can go long, deep in the ball games. I don't think they're necessarily going to worry about the pitching eligibility with him today, knowing that he's their number 2 starter. and they'll have a little time off, but you still don't want to burn them for the whole rest of the tournament. So you're always aware of it in the back of your mind. Plus, how they're playing in the game. They're 6-2. If they start running away with this, they might take them out and say, heck, take them out and save them and see where we're at.
Brazen Erickson, good choice on the movie, 42. Looks at a strike. He wears number 7 because his 2 brothers wore that number. He says it's tradition, got to keep family tradition going.
As he's the oldest, he's keeping the tradition going.
That's the 4th K for Mergenthal. He sets down the first 2 he faces here in the 4th.
Again, we're talking about Mergenthal getting comfortable. Very good pitch there. He's getting more and more comfortable. Got in a little trouble last inning, but right now he's cruising along in the 4th.
Now Finley LaFuse, strike 1. Finley is a busy kid. Baseball, basketball, soccer, flag football, and track and field.
I think we can add a couple more on there.
Oh, man.
Montana, man, we can do some bull riding, bronco busting. We got this.
Hunting, fishing, hiking, swimming.
Favorite food is the bacon cheeseburger. That's good.
Fouls that off the end of the bat. LaFue's mom played softball at Michigan State. Spartan.
And that's what he talked about, where he got a lot of his athleticism from, is from her.
Lays off of that one. And I don't know, are you into the 6'7" meme? Kids, you got some kids? 6'7"? That's his meme. 6'7". 6'7".
You have to. How do you not?
You got to buy into it. You got to be all in. That's outside.
I'm playing pickleball with older gentlemen and with scores 6'7". Everybody does it.
That's it. 6'7". Full count. Mergenthal trying to make it a 1-2-3 inning. Misses with that one. He walks LaFuse.
Let him get away, too. Was ahead of the count. I'm going to finish those hitters off. But again, after a tough inning last inning, he's done very well. You know, and really, if you look at last inning, it was just those first 4 batters. After that, he had a ground ball, pop up in the infield, strikeout, another ground ball. He's done very well calming the weather, calming the storm.
You saw the balls and strikes here. That was his first walk today. Luke Guerin, the gentle giant for Montana.
Keeping an eye on Mergenthal. Now he's crossed over into that 3-day rest period. That goes up to 65 pitches before it's 4 days.
Inside with that one, almost hit Guerin with that offering. Guerin's good luck charm, game-winning pancakes from Mom. That's never a bad choice.
Ooh.
He didn't say whether that was double stack, triple stack. He just loaded up, I'm sure. And he's on. That's after 2 outs. He loses LaFuse and now Guerin in this inning.
These are the moments where you really rely on your catcher. They go out there and have a conversation with them, slow them down. You don't always need a pitching coach or manager to calm your pitcher down.
Ricky Hopkins singled his last time up. Have you read the book? He's a Cubs fan, but he's also a Derek Jeter fan. He's read the book, The Contract by Derek Jeter, as the runners are going to move up to second and third here. Heads up base running from LaFuse and Guerin.
I have not read that. The Contract. I'll have to look that up.
Derek Jeter, The Contract is his favorite book. That's in there. Or maybe he's just read the contract that Derek Jeter signed back in the day. I don't know if you can get access to that. That's a book. It's a book. Here's the 1-2. Liner. Shortstop knocks it down. The throw by Condor not in time, and a run comes across. LeFew scores. And it's a 6-3 game. Infield single for Hopkins.
Second hit of the day for Hopkins. Scored on the first one in the third inning, but hit that ball hard to the shortstop. And it was that in-between bounce, not a whole lot you can do, just try to knock it down, and he did. Just a little late to get him at first base.
So a response again from the Billings kids. The Big Sky Little Leaguers draw a little bit closer, getting the run with 2 outs. And remember, all these teams state champs, and they have battled some adversity to even get to this stage. And Montana showing something right here. Channing Dahlberg at the plate.
Again, I know we talked about Mergenthal getting very close to that pitch count number 61. 65 is the number. If it goes to 66 and over, you'll have 4 days rest. But if you're in the middle of a batter, that doesn't matter. It will go back down to the pitch count before that limit.
Trying to get out of this frame. Dahlberg doubled his first time up. Here's the 0-2. Got him. Catcher will throw it down to first base. That will end the inning. 5th K for Conrad Mergenthal. 1 across for Montana. We head to the bottom of the 4th, a 3-run game. Follow the amazing kids as they experience their own Little League World Series adventure. Download the Little League World Series app. Watch highlights, photos, schedules, and more. Available in the app stores for Apple and Android devices. Houghton Stadium, San Bernardino, the site. This is Mountain Region play. Alongside David Ardsma, Trey Bender. The winner will play Nevada Tuesday on ESPN+. The kids from Henderson, who already have a run rule victory. And we've seen some good offensive numbers here as it will be Utah trying to add to their lead with Conrad Mergenthal leading things off.
Conrad doing it on the mound, trying to do it again at the plate. Hit a long double his first at bat over the right fielder's head. Trying to get on again.
32 pitches for Finley LeFew, who's in relief of Hopkins, who went an inning and 2/3. Conrad's a Padres fan. He's a math and science guy. Some people are, English and history people. Others are math. He's a math and science guy. Hits the books. Good off-speed pitch. Misses with that one. LaFuse.
Conrad's favorite movie is Pacific Rim. Very underrated, in my opinion.
That's high on your list, huh?
I like it. Well, it's fun. I would say it doesn't take itself serious, and it's fun.
That's a good AB for Mergenthal. He's on board, a leadoff walk.
Three out of the 4 innings, the Utah team has gotten their leadoff hitter on base. And all 3 of those have been hit by pitch, walk, and a walk.
And that's 4 walks now for LaFuse. Here's Knox Bennett, who already has a run-scoring single. I just am amazed that this guy built a batting tee out of cardboard. I can't get over it. I mean, his real batting tee broke, so he just said, I'm just going to make my own. I'm not going to go to the store and get a new one or ask mom and dad. I'm just going to make my own. And he perfected his swing off the cardboard. I don't think I'm that creative enough.
No. I like it. When you love baseball, you find a way to play the game.
Foul back. Did you do that? Did you practice pitching off of the chair or whatever it was?
Oh, yeah. I did do the chair. I, tape on the wall and throw tennis balls on it. The best part about taping on a wall, you throw the tennis ball, so you're working on your pitching, working on your command, your control, and then when that comes back at you, you're working on your fielding.
Nice.
And you get a little bit of everything. That was my favorite.
You don't have to talk to anybody except yourself, I guess.
I don't know if that's a good thing.
Here's a pitch high, full count.
When I start disagreeing with myself, that's a problem.
So are you talking brick wall, or are you talking garage door?
Garage door.
Yep, garage door.
I feel bad for my parents.
There's a swing and a miss, a strikeout. Out number 1. But a lot of these kids, I guess your advice would be what? Develop some kind of a routine.
Develop a routine. Get out there and just play the game any way you can. Like, if it takes you making a cardboard tee, make a cardboard tee. Find a fence, find something, and just throw a baseball. Throw it up to yourself and hit it.
1 out, 1 on. Mason Jens, the center fielder. Big Bryce Harper fan. His go-to food item is crepes. A little bit off the beaten path there.
When I played in Seattle, right outside of my house, right outside of my apartment building, there was a great crepes restaurant. And it's still there. We went there last year over the summer when Ichiro got inducted in the Hall of Fame. And it's still there. I had to go over and get some crepes. You gotta love a really nice crepe.
We've gotten a lot of fans of steak and bacon cheeseburgers and those kind of things, but I like this. The outside the box crepe choice by Jens, and he has a good at-bat here, and he's on. So the 5th walk, second in this inning given up by LaFuse. 2 runners aboard.
And second for Jens as well. Walked in the 2nd inning.
So here's another case of the bottom part of the order being productive. They had this happen in the 2nd inning. Here they are in the 4th trying to produce and doing it.
And this is what they talk about. This is who they are. They are the entire lineup, 1 through 12 strong, and they really rely on this bottom half of the lineup to get through games, and we're seeing it happen right now.
2-0 to Crew Peterson.
Crew getting the take sign. Understand why. When you have a pitcher struggling, don't help them. Let them force to make those strikes.
That's in there. LaFuse now 50 on the pitch count. Two and two. Crew followed by Crew in the order. Crew Licky, the leadoff hitters on deck. Full count now.
52nd pitch here. But again, he's in the middle of the batter. So when this batter ends, if they wanted to take him out, he'd drop back down to a 36 to 50 pitch count, which means 2 days off and not 3.
And he walks Peterson. So having a tough time finding the zone in this inning. 3rd walk in the inning, 6th in the game for LaFuse, and the bases are loaded.
Number 2, Licky.
So now one of the top players on this team, Crew Licky, an opportunity with 3 runners out there. Bouncing ball, second baseman Podol flips to the shortstop, and they get the force play. Run will score. Mergenthal comes across, and it's 7-3.
Came up looking for the double play, but the first baseman was off the bag, not ready for it. I think he was giving him the hold-up sign. Like, didn't think that throw would even happen. No play at first, but good play by the by the second base and the shortstop.
Podol to Braun to get that, and runners on the corners now for Ryder Condor. Liner to right center. That's going to drop for a base hit. Drives in a run there, and Licky ends up at 3rd after that Condor double, and it's 8-3.
Ryder Condor has been the man in this lineup for the last 2 days. 2 for 2 yesterday, and now he's 1 for 1, but on base all 3 times, driving this ball in the right center gap. I mean, again, the bottom of the lineup really getting the game going again, and then the top getting it done. This whole lineup, 1 through 12, getting the job done.
Now, the book on this team, we mentioned no bottom to the lineup. They're deep, they're versatile, they're experienced, and now Bubba Wilkes with a chance.
And here's the power. This is the man in that lineup. You don't want to be coming up in a situation like this.
He had a 2-run single against Colorado, has a double in this one. Fouls that one off, had to wait on that pitch, 1-1.
I love this quote from his coach, from Mac Nelson. His strength as a 12-year-old doesn't make sense.
Wow. 3-run home run in the state semifinal. Hits it high in the air to right. Dahlberg camps under it, and he's got it. And that'll end the inning. But some insurance for Utah. They push 2 runs across and now lead it 8-3, 5th inning on tap. The Lone Peak Little Leaguers have scored in every inning, and they have a 5-run advantage here in Mountain Region opening round play. West Region play coming up next from San Bernardino, Northern California and Southern California. Much anticipated matchup between those two. We'll have it. I'm looking forward to that one.
Can't wait for it. You know, these are two locations going into this regional with huge baseball history, huge baseball background, and there's a lot of baseball history in that game with one of the coaches has went to the Little League World Series in the past and made a name for himself as
and
well.
Of course, Arizona and Hawaii also with tremendous baseball pedigree, great Little League through the years.
Some great baseball in that regional, so look for it coming up.
And of course, the championship Friday on ESPN. Mergenthal still out there with the lead as he faces Von Acker, bottom part of this Montana lineup. D.G. Nelson is now playing second base. Peterson and Jens and Johnson in the outfield as Akron swings and misses at that one. Montana trying to get a spark from the bottom part of their order in this continuous batting order, and there is out number 1. 6th strikeout for Mergenthal.
Again, you know, Mergenthal dealing here, getting the strikeout again. Just said it, 6th strikeout of the day. Has had a little ups and a little downs, but you know what? Weathering the storm very well, bending and not breaking.
The right-hander's going to face Gabe McPherson now. These kids are so active. A lot of them play multiple sports. You'd recommend not just focusing on baseball? Is that what most coaches would tell you?
This age, without a doubt, play other sports, play everything. If you want to start kind of specializing after this, I understand it. But man, just be fun, be a kid, and be an athlete.
And you can learn something from those sports that could help you in the game of baseball.
Without a doubt. Baseball, you need everything. You know, run, throw, hit, make great defensive plays, be fast. So every other sport, almost every position you play can help you in the game of baseball.
0-2 to McPherson is high. He's into badminton.
That'll help without a doubt.
Good hand-eye coordination?
Hand-eye coordination, quick on your feet, forward, back, side to side as fast as you can.
Right back through the box, the shortstop with the throw. It's off the mark. Reaching is McPherson. Condor's throw, he tried to throw off balance, and it looked like McPherson was going to beat that throw anyway.
Just a perfectly placed base hit. There's really nothing you can do. The pitcher off the bat tried to stick his foot out, and maybe hopefully it was getting to the foot. Wasn't close at all. And as a shortstop, you're playing so far back, there's really no play there.
So a 1-out single, and that brings up Ty Barnes, the last hitter in the continuous batting order. One of their extra hitters. Barnes, a Wyatt Langford Texas Rangers fan.
Favorite athlete and favorite player.
And he wears red, white, and blue eye black at times. Not today, though. It's a little bit hot out there.
Missing it. Got to get it on there, buddy.
Dr. Pepper and nerdy gummy clusters, part of the repertoire.
Collects SpongeBob Funko Pops.
There's strike 3.
Great pitch by Conrad. 7th strikeout of the day. God, that's tough with that arm slot and that pitch. That is very tough to hit. It almost looks like it's coming from behind you as a hitter and just drops down over the plate. See, that's that backup. It isn't that you're afraid of the ball. It's that you're afraid that ball is actually going to hit you from the arm slot, and then it drops right into the plate.
Here's Jackson Podol, and that one's going to find its way into center field for a base hit. So Podol is on for the first time. Runners at first and second now with 2 down.
This Montana team will not go away. Utah keeps scoring every single inning, but this Montana team keeps coming back, causing trouble for them.
And now McLean Braun with the chance. He's 0 for 2.
Number 16, McLean. Braun.
Smooth, powerful swing. Fouls off the first one.
Morgenthau, the next pitch count to be aware of is 85 pitches. That is the limit on the day. Right now, as you see, he's up to 78. Again, you can pitch past 85 as long as it's within that one batter. But when you're done with that, you have to be out of the ball game. That's the next spot to look at.
Hoping to be efficient here down the stretch with 2 down. The 0-1 fouled off.
If that was right back at us, I think that would have gotten in here. Would hit one of these computers, one of these TV screens.
I'd be bailing. You didn't bring your mitt.
Oh, I'm in, but I'm all in.
You go bare hand. 0-2 and a strikeout. What a job from Morgenthau. Strikeout number 8, and he gets out of the jam.
Struck out the side this inning. As we take a look, him finishing this off. What a game for him. There's strikeout number 1, strikeout number 2, and finishing off here, strikeout number 3.
Want your child to experience the teamwork and fun of Little League baseball or softball? Visit playlittleleague.org. Enter your address to find a Little League community program near you. 8-3 Utah. They have scored in every inning, each team with 7 hits, but this Utah lineup has been as advertised. Top to bottom, effective. Everybody's a hitter. Everybody's contributed so far, and they'll have their cleanup guy leading things off, Steven Mateo, against Finley LaFuse, looking for some insurance here. Mountain region. Utah already has a win over Colorado. This is Montana's first game here in San Bernardino. Mateo already has a walk and a single today. And he gets another hit. Opposite field, he's 2 for 2.
2 for 2 on base all 3 times. Again, this offense up and down the order gets the job done, but they really want these guys in the middle to provide that power. Great job of hitting.
He's their lone returning player from last year. Good to have a veteran guy. And Dax Johnson now up there with a runner aboard.
This Utah offense does not stop. Every inning, they have been causing trouble, getting guys on base. It's not easy to pitch to a lineup like this.
He had 7 hits in the win against Colorado. 8 hits today. Swing and a miss. Mateo breaking for second. Throw is on the money. How about the catcher Erickson putting it right there?
Great throw. Ball in the dirt. Does a good job of blocking it. And then coming up throwing. This is not an easy play to make. Look at this swing. It comes up perfect throw on the money. Great tag. Wow.
That's the best play we've seen by a catcher, I think, in 2 days, right?
Absolutely.
You can't put that in any better spot than he did right there. Johnson, a grounder to short. Braun's throw is in time. 2 down. You've had this where defense, pitching and defense can spark you into something good offensively in the next inning. They've got a little momentum here.
Absolutely, they got a little momentum here. You know, again, LaFuse has had some trouble with some walks, getting guys on base. And this inning, giving up the base hit. But again, your catcher then steps up, and now your shortstop helps you out. First time where he really hasn't gotten himself into trouble with walks. So it's good. You let your defense play. Good things happen. You get 2 quick outs.
And looking ahead to the Montana 6, it'll be their 3, 4, and 5 hitters coming up. So the meat of their order. D.G. Nelson looks at that one outside. Named after his uncle, solid hard worker. He's a Yankees fan. He said the best game he had was a solo home run, a grand slam, and then a walk-off in the same game. I mean, are you kidding me?
That's a good day. The fact that you've needed a walk-off.
After hitting a grand slam. Put some runs on the board in that one. And there's ball 4. So Nelson's on with 2 down. And now a meeting on the mound.
Again, right at 67 pitches, he started that batter before that. So if they take him out right here, it looks like they're doing, he moves back to that 3-day rest period. And if they keep winning, they have a chance to use him again. Smart move here by the manager.
So a pitching change for the Billings Big Sky Little Leaguers, trailing 8-3 with 2 outs here in the 5th. First it was Hopkins, then LaFuse. And we'll take a break and be back with the new Montana pitcher from San Bernardino. 5-run game here at Houghton Stadium. Grayson Miller, the 3rd pitcher for Montana in relief of LaFuse. Hopkins started. G-Money will try to bring him home here, get him through this inning.
Great nickname. Great nickname. Again, Grayson Miller, G-Money, plays everywhere on the field and plays it well. So when you have an athlete like that, if they can pitch, they can do everything with those strikes.
Mick Ingersoll at the plate. Runner aboard, 2 down. Utah trying to add to their advantage. That's the ball outside. Utah has scored in every inning. 1 in the first, 2 in the second, 3 in the third, 2 in the fourth. And trying to get another run here. And there's a liner. Knocked down by the shortstop, Braun, but that is going to find its way into center field, and that's a single for Ingersoll.
Knocked down by the shortstop, but that ball was hit on a line and low on that bounce, so it's very tough as a shortstop to make that play. Just trying to get your glove on it is difficult. Moving to your left like that, but you know what? Great job of hitting by Ingersoll.
Now McLean Berry has an opportunity. He's 0 for 2 today. Grayson Miller, a 4-sport star, and that one is drilled down the left field line. It's going to head to the fence, past the diving left fielder. Mateo scores, Nelson scores, and they're up 10-3.
We've talked about it a lot. The bottom of this order, getting the job done here, getting every little bit of that ball past the diving left fielder. So close, you think you have it, and it just passed you. But Berry getting the job done, scoring 2 runs with a double.
And McPherson almost had it down the line there. 7-run advantage now, and Mergenthal at the plate. It's already doubled. He has scored a couple runs. Oh, what a day for Conrad Mergenthal. It's got to be a good feeling. You know you're +7 right now, and chance to give yourself a little bit more breathing room. And the question then with him is, do you bring him out for that the 6th inning? He's an 80 pitches right now. The max is 85. Got a piece of that one.
I bring him out. I keep going. I get him to that limit. There's really no helping it if you don't send him out there. It's a matter of him. How does his arm feel? You send him back out. He's having a great day at the plate, crushing the ball, getting on base both times. He's gotten up to the plate with a double and a walk and scored both times. And on the mound, he's crushing it as well. Without a doubt, the star of this Utah team today.
10 runs on 9 hits. How about scoring in every inning? Two and two. You mentioned the 13 home runs from 9 different players. It's obvious why. You can see that everybody's got pop. Two-two, hard hit grounder to short, past Braun, rounding third, coming in to score is Ingersoll, and it's 11-3 as Mergenthal ends up at second base.
Shortstop, I don't even know if he would have had a play on that if he even fielded it. You see it so far to his right. I think he beats it out regardless, but good play by the runner at second base. Seeing that Berry, seeing that ball and never slowing down, and Mergenthal never slowed down when he saw the throw go home. Good baseball. Those are those little things that matter. You get the extra base, get the extra run.
Knox Bennett now is hit by the pitch. He represents the winning run now at first base. He can bring the 10-run rule into effect here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Three runs already across in this inning. Courtesy runner's going to come in now for Utah. It'll be Dax Johnson running for Knox Bennett, the catcher. You can use a courtesy runner for a pitcher or a catcher with 2 outs in an inning. Johnson now representing the winning run. Pitch to Mason Jens is outside for ball 1.
The interesting thing is he used that for his catcher at first base, but not his pitcher at second base. That might be a sign that he might be switching pitchers.
Good point. And, you know, I guess 2 schools of thought there. I mean, he had a 7-pitch inning. That first inning could get through unscathed with a complete game. Three and 0 now to Jens. Swinging away, 3-1. They've had a couple 3-run innings, the 3rd and now the 5th. And there's ball 4. So now you've got an 11-3 game. The winning run at second base. And Crew Peterson is up there. Single could end this one. And it would be apropos if the bottom of the lineup got this done, the way they've played. That's fouled off. 1-1 out of play. Souvenir. There you go.
Yeah, good play by the kid. Waited for it patiently.
Let the ball come to you sometimes, right?
Yes.
Don't go chasing it. Off-speed pitch, and that is fouled third base side out of play.
See if this kid makes as good of a play. No. Over. Oh. Go, 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 go.
Sometimes it's just how the ball bounces, huh?
You gotta go get it.
1-2 to Peterson. He stays alive. Fouling that one off.
Just fighting that ball off.
How about this stat? The bottom 4 hitters have combined to reach base 9 times for Utah.
And not a ton of damage in the bottom 4. You know, a double and a base hit, but they've got a lot of walks.
Miller with the 1-2. It's upstairs. Again, Johnson represents the winning run. You see him at second base, number 7. He could bring the 10-run rule into effect if he scores here in the bottom half of the 5th inning. It's bounced up there. Good play by the catcher, Erickson.
Huge pitch here, 3-2 count. Been struggling to find the zone. Take a breath and try to throw a strike here. Throw it to the contact.
Payoff pitch, swing and a miss, and he strikes out Peterson to end the frame. But a big 3-run 5th. Utah now leads by 8. They'll try to close it out. We move to the bottom of the 6th in San Bernardino.
And the star of the day for Utah, Conrad Mergenthal. 5 innings pitched, 7 hits, and the 8 strikeouts. You're going to see them here mixing in fastballs, sliders. Watch this one right here, backing up against the hitters. Really nothing you can do on that fastball. And a little bit of excitement. Man, he has been the stud of the day for this Utah team. Again, we talked about it earlier. He bends, but he didn't break, and he kept this team in it, and then Utah broke it away with their bats.
Lone Peak Little League scoring in every inning, as you saw our game track there, and now it will be Bubba Wilkes to try to close it down here and get the victory. Mergenthal's day is done after 80 pitches, and Bubba comes in from third base to the mound to pitch for this team.
The power in the lineup, the one you don't want to face with guys on base. He is now pitching. Let's see if he brings that power to the mound.
Dax Johnson now playing third base. Ingersoll's at shortstop. Barry is out in right. And it'll be Finn Fayborg to lead it off. He's 0 for 2. A little bit high to get things going here. Do you like getting that one out of the way if you're gonna deal one like that?
Announce your presence with authority, without a doubt. You already got the mock turtleneck. You throw the high heater. Just let them know what you got.
Get him thinking a little bit.
A little worried at the plate.
1-1 now.
Finn, though, not too worried. Nice hack after that.
Erling Haaland, the Norway star at the World Cup, his favorite athlete.
He just likes the double A's. Why isn't Ardsma on there?
Fayborg, Ardsma, and Haaland. Hank Aaron. How about double A? Hank Aaron, right?
That's a good one.
2 strikes
I guess
now.
he's okay.
Yeah, he was okay.
He's okay.
He had a brother, Tommy, I believe, that played MLB. 2-2. That's a full count now. So important for Montana to try to get the leadoff man aboard here to give him a fighting chance. Fouled off.
You got to love the effort from the third baseman. Foul ball by about 15 feet and still gave the dive. You don't see that in the big leagues.
That's Dax Johnson over there. Pulled. Pitcher Wilkes, underhand, 1 down. You know, that looks like a routine play, but I know you've been there. It's that can be tricky at times.
Getting to it's the toughest part. Is getting to it, getting that figuring out the first baseman's going to stay back and you're going to go get that ball. Once you have it, that's the easy part. But getting to it and getting your feet under you, that's tough.
Grayson Miller now, Montana down to their final 2 outs here. Top half of the 6th. It's been a great year for the Big Sky Little Leaguers. First state title in 15 years. Looks at a strike there.
Bubba Wilkes has some pretty good stuff. Kind of comes across his body, too. It's hard as a righty to see that.
A little bit high with that one. The winner will face Nevada, a good group from Henderson. Already has a run rule win over Wyoming in Mountain Region play. And ball 4. Miller's on. Brazen Erickson, his special talent, by the way, they've got a pond by their house. He catches frogs, snakes, lizards, and fish.
Brazen is a big out here for this Utah team. They want to get this out because the bottom half of this order has really caused the trouble. It's an important out here. Right in these next 3-4 hitters have really been the guys that have been getting on base and causing havoc for Utah. So huge out here if they can get him.
Erickson's 1 for 2 today. Here's the 1-1. Got a piece of that one. Yeah, this continuous batting order, it really gets kids involved, and it seems like there's always somebody at the bottom of each lineup that's a big factor. And there is strike 3. 2 down, and Utah closing in on a victory.
Wilkes pulling the string on this breaking ball, slowing it down about halfway there. You see the hitter back off, thinking it's going to be too high, and it breaks right in for a perfect strike.
So Finley LaFuse now, who has struck out and walked. Coach's kid trying to keep the inning going. Again, it's double elimination. This is Montana's first game in the Mountain region. Utah already has a win over Colorado. The 2-1. High with that one.
It's all up to the baby on the team. Finley, by far the youngest player on this Montana team.
1 strike away. The Lone Peak Little Leaguers. Bubba Wilkes trying to close the door. Payoff pitch. Fouled off. Good rip right there from LaFuse. $11 runs, 10 hits for Utah. 3 runs, 7 hits for Montana. The 3-2. Strike 3 called, and Utah wins it. Back-to-back Ks for Wilkes in relief to close the door. And the Lone Peak Little Leaguers from Alpine, Utah, 11-3 winners over Montana.
Got the strikeout in the same way. Breaking ball that came on the back half, on the inside part of the plate. Just hold on. Nothing you can do about it. Great job of pitching.
How about this Utah team? A win over Colorado, a win in convincing fashion over Montana, and they'll get the Henderson, Nevada kids on Tuesday on ESPN+.
Yes, it's going to be a wonderful game. Utah's already been tried and tested. Nevada had that easy game with Wyoming at the 12-0. But, man, that is going to be a very good game.
Plenty of baseball to come in Mountain Region play. Friday is the championship from San Bernardino. More to come from Houghton Stadium. West Region play, Northern California and Southern California. We've also got Colorado and Wyoming around the corner. Thanks to David Ardsma, I'm Trey Bender saying so long for now from Houghton Stadium. Big win for the kids from Alpine, Utah.